Guys, we got another green one. Let's go turn that grime into shine. Okay guys, welcome to the Mr. Bubbles channel, where we dish out awesome pressure washing business advice to beginners. And today's episode, we're downstreaming this house together. Little easy peasy one. It's not very often that I get a, man, I want to say this house is, I want to say, I think she said 900, maybe like 1,000, 1,100 square feet. I mean, easy peasy, super small house. Usually the houses that I do are pretty big projects, you know. Touching up here these columns a little bit. We're gonna do the front here when we come around, but let's go ahead and keep going because the back is actually really bad. Wanted to make a quick announcement. We are only about 10 episodes away from our downstreaming series, just like this house here that we're downstreaming. But what's different about that series is that, you guys see how dirty it is up here? What's different about the downstreaming series is you guys are gonna actually get to see me make the chemical. We're gonna do the chemical every morning together. And then, yeah, we're gonna do a total of 10 episodes together where we're downstreaming 10 houses. So look forward to that, because, well, the idea, the general idea there is, she must have dogs. Well, I can hear a dog inside, but it's like the paws of the dog right there is really bad. The idea with these series, you know, like the downstreaming series, then we're gonna do a soft washing series, and we're gonna do a gutter cleaning series. And the idea here is, you know, at the end of the series, you guys should be able to be like, for example, you're gonna be with me while I downstream 10 houses. At the end of that, you guys are gonna be downstreaming ninjas. All right? Or, you know, when we're soft washing together, you guys are gonna be soft washing ninjas. Ooh, that's really dirty down there. Okay, and that's the idea here, is I want to turn you guys into masters of your craft, right? I talk about this all the time, skill sets, right? And the field, you know, I love doing the shop episodes with you guys where, you know, I get to sit down almost like a teacher and go over certain things with you guys. But there's nothing like the on-the-job training, going out in the field, because I love theoretical stuff, you know, when we talk about all kinds of things about how to grow your business. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to go out and get the job done. And coming back here to this job here, guys, I wanted to mention something, because something that I talk about in every single one of my videos, every episode we've ever done where I do a house together with you guys, I tell you guys how we got this job. Give me a second here, I'm trying to get to the other side. Ooh, there's a cobweb up there. So how we got this job is something we talk a lot about on the channel: networking. Wow, this is pretty much gone. It's pretty much done, this wall. I'm gonna switch over to my fan tip, because there's like a couple spots here and there, and that's it. Networking. So you guys know I belong to several networking groups, and this client here was actually recommended by one of our networking partners. It's actually one of a guy in our networking group that's a landscaper. So this is one of his clients. Talk about that. He needs to come over here and cut the grass. This grass here is almost knee-high. And so he reached out to, I guess she called him and asked for price on house washing, and he called us, and that's why we're here. Networking, guys. I talk a lot about on my channel, Mr. Bubbles channel. Man, we talk a lot about networking, pricing, how to get customers, all of that good stuff. Oh, that's pretty good right there, guys. Oh, I got caught up in this lawnmower over here. Let's see if we can get it off without having to go around. There we go. Yeah, and you know, I network with so many groups, and we have so many different companies, like what's that called, like a painting company, handyman, all kinds of people reach out to us, so we can go out there and give out pricing. So there you go. Make sure you guys are doing that as well, because the result of that is going to be phenomenal for you guys. This wall here is pretty much done. You got a couple spots of mildew up there on what is that thing called, your facial board up there. You got a bad wasp nest right there, but that's it's already gone. Switch over to fan tip, so we can hit the side of the house, and I'll do the front last. By the way, this is my fifth house today. Yeah, fifth. So I don't know what episode it is. I'll put it up here for you guys, but I did an episode where I downstreamed the house, and then man, what episode was that? Anyway, I downstreamed the house, and then I had two neighbors, had to downstream both, but one of them I put on video when I didn't. And then right after that, because of the 5-around, I picked up the neighbor across the street. And by the way, guys, look, I'm not even connected to water right now, just working from my buffer tank, because I came here to this little house. I had I want to say 330 gallons of water, my tank. That's quite a bit, you know. You only on average need, obviously what I'm about to say is going to depend on a couple of factors, but an average house, you only need about 250 to 300 gallons for an average size house. You know, that's like 2,500 square foot house. So little house like this, I don't need to connect if I have my buffer tank is almost full. And one of the things, you see her car right here to my right, one of the things I did when I was doing home protection when I first pulled up is I asked her to move her car, right? And we talked about this a lot, not getting chemical in people's cars. That's very important, because we don't want to damage people's things. There you go. Hitting the soffit there, it's got a little bit of mildew. Hitting this bottom part, because my line got snagged up on something, so I'm not gonna be able to make it all the way over there. Just like that. Bam, hit the gutter. Switch over to fan. Here we go. Now all we have is the front left. See how whenever I downstream, I always start at a corner and I work my way to the other corner. And you always want to go from ground to gutter. Ground to gutter. From the bottom all the way to the top. Now, I've had people ask me this, because they, you know, you'll go and you'll see, you know, a different content creator that you really like, and they do it a little bit different from me. Guys, you guys ever heard the saying, how does the saying go? That there's more than one way to skin a cat? We'll got to be careful with that right there. Do it from afar like this. The shutter is missing a bolt up the top there. Guys, there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? What I'm saying is, there's more than one way to do a house wash, but I have a system that works for me, for my company. And if you're a brand new guy, ooh, that's really dirty, full of mildew. And if you're a brand new guy and you don't yet have a system, and that's what you're trying to learn, a system that's also going to work for you, you know, I recommend this system, because, you know, once you get going and you start working and, you know, getting experience out there, then you can develop your own system. Oh, let me see this side. And that's just the bottom line, you know. I want to give you guys plenty of ammunition to be able to go out there and do things the right way. Learn from my mistakes, right? I think I've said this before. You've heard me say this before, that, you know, dumb people never learn from their mistakes. Smart people make mistakes but learn from them. But then you have your wise people, they learn from the mistakes of others, right? And that's what I want you guys to do, is I want you guys to learn from my mistakes, not make the mistakes that I made. Ooh, that's pretty good. Hit this part up here because it had like a really bad wasp nest up there. All right, guys, let me switch over to the water and I'll catch you on that side. Guys, quick announcement. I've created a digital product called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. Check this out. Okay, so the Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box is actually a thumb drive that we're going to send to you guys to your physical address. And when you get this thumb drive, you're going to see a folder that's called Box in it. And then when you open it, you're going to see all of these files right here, guys, all of these folders. And guys, this thing has over 500 files, anything and everything I've ever created from my business. So all of the blueprints, training modules, documents, all of the things that you guys constantly email me about, you know, your pricing PDF, your for example, you know, your marketing blueprints, anything that you could need for your business is in here. That's why we call it a business in a box. One of the things that I really like about this is, guys, check out all of these pictures. So you have a total of 300 before and after pictures that you guys can add to your website and your Facebook and your Google My Business. And check this out. So there's a folder called Google SEO. And the pictures already have the SEO words in them. And this one photo right here has over 300. This specific folder has 190 pictures, but all in all, it's over 300 pictures. Look at some of these pictures, guys. Amazing before and after pictures for you guys to be able to add to all of your social medias and whatnot. This is going to help you get a lot of customers. And of course, your edible postcards are on here. And then finally, you got training videos on here as well, guys. Like, for example, the video on how to optimize your Google My Business, the Mr. Bubbles. You got several videos. So they're like training modules. You got all the PDFs. The bottom line, guys, is this. This is going to help you with your business. So don't miss out. Make sure that you email us so you can get your business in a box today. In order to get your business in a box, you just got to hit the link in the description of this video. And I say this all the time on the channel, guys. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how come I decided to create this business in a box, because it has everything in there you need to be able to grow your business. And I really, really believe that this is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. Okay, guys, remember when you first switch over from solution to water, you still got about 20 seconds of solution. So, and that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just hitting anything that I still need. You see that right there on camera? Still got a little bit. Now it's gone. Look at that. Now it's nothing but water in my system. Okay, let me hit this door really good because of because of all the dog paws that was on the door, mud from the dog. I'm gonna rinse this really good for her because it's full of mud. This little patio right here. Okay, now I'm ready. And then, by the way, when you're rinsing, what you want to do is, the rinsing is the opposite of the soap phase. Rinse, you want to go from the top to bottom. You got a little smudge of something up there, but it's like a vine that grew on the siding. That's not coming off. So there you go. Now I was mentioning this landscaper guy. You know, this landscaper guy, we do, let's say 20 to 30 houses, right around there, for him a year. And we work directly for him, not the client. So, you know, he cash apps us the money, and you know, we don't know how much he charges his customers, but you know what I'm saying, that's also not like none of our business. What he does with his clients and how he charges them. We give him a price, and I'm sure he charges, you know, $200 or $300 above what we charge, and we're okay with that, right? Because we know our numbers and we know what we want. And this house, for example, we're doing it for our hold on a second, I don't want to get snagged up on this again. Our company minimum, which is $299. Again, that's just our minimum price. So you see how tiny this house is. I mean, this house is like 1,100 square feet, I think, and we're charging $299. And I've been here, I just looked at my iPhone when I switched over to water. I've been here for 20 minutes, right? So in 20 minutes to make 200, by the time I'm done here, it'll be 35 minutes around there for this little house. You see how I'm going up there like that, and then all the soap is going to run down, catch momentum, bring all that soap down with it, just like that. We'll rinse these plants here on the other side. And remember, when you leave a house, the goal is that the house, I should say the walls, the house, the windows, and the plants have to be chemical free. That's the goal. Okay? All right. Let's do this here. That way you're never going to run into issues where the client's calling you 2 days later going, oh, I don't know what happened. It's got these weird stains on the siding. That's because you didn't rinse properly. You left chemical. Then what happens is when it dried 2-3 hours later or the next day, that chemical flowed down, dried on the wall, caused that weird stain. So make sure that you guys are rinsing properly. And again, when you rinse, you want to rinse from the top to the bottom, and then you want to also rinse. You see how I'm rinsing away from the groove in a siding? Let me show you here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this really well, but this siding here overlaps, and the overlapping here is happening this way. So I don't want to spray this way because I'm gonna jam water inside of the siding there. I don't want to do that. So you see how I'm going away from that, away from that overlap? See that? Perfect. Now there's no more soap on this wall. Okay, now let's rinse these plants really good. Usually I do 10 to 15 seconds per plant. But if you notice right here in the middle of your screen, that's a big rose bush. And rose bushes are the #1 plants that will absolutely die if you get any chemical on it. So you want to make sure when it comes to rose bushes, you're putting about, you know, anywhere between 45 seconds to 1 minute of water on it. Okay, I have a list of that I put together over the years of like all the plants that we've killed as a company. And we noticed through the years that it's always like the same plants. So we put together that list, and we'll send that over to you. And by the way, so I'm rolling this out. I've been promoting this on the down low for about a good month now, but I am ready to roll this out for you guys. So I created a product. It's called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. And what it is it's a thumb drive, okay, that we actually send to you to your physical address, okay? So it's not something online. We have to put this in the mail for you. Of course, this is not free. This is something that we're selling. Again, it's called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. And what it is this thumb drive has all of my documents, blueprints. Guys, this thumb drive has over 500 files, including things like HOA contracts, residential contracts, commercial contracts, blueprints, the edible version of my 6x9 postcard that I use that helps me get so many clients. All of that stuff, okay? All of that stuff in one thumb drive. And then also the other thing that's in there that I really like a lot is that it has over 300 before and after pictures. 300 that you can use for your Google My Business, or your website, your Facebook page. And some of these are the creme de la creme, the best of the best pictures that we've taken over a 12-year career. It's funny, one of the best pictures that's on there that I like a lot, it's like one of my favorite pictures. I took that was like right towards the end of my year one. And it's one of my favorite pictures that's on there. So anyway, wanted to mention that if you're interested in acquiring my business in a box, all you gotta do to get that is you just email me, and I'll send you like an invoice, a PayPal invoice, and you pay that. And then we actually physically go to the USPS, the post office. We put that in the mail for you, and you get that in a couple of days. There's a black smudge up there. I'm not sure if it's bird poop or not, but now it's gone. There was bird poop. That was bird poop. But she's got a nail right there, right where the water's shooting right there. There's a nail in the siding right there that came through. I don't know, they hung up something inside the house or something. Came through in the siding. Oh, I got snagged up on this mower right here. All right, so we're done the back and the two sides. But anyway, I was saying, guys, yeah, the business in a box, go ahead and order that. I got right now a couple hundred of them ready to go, just sitting there in the office so that people can say, I got administration people that will put it in the mail for us. And so make sure you email us, and in the email just let us know that you're interested in the business in a box. It's going to absolutely be a game changer for you, because it's going to have everything that you need in order to run your pressure washing business. Okay, there you go. Really like that was never, by the way, got to be careful with that shutter. We don't want it to come off. That's why I'm walking away. I'm about a good 15 feet away right now. You see that? Guys, when I first started the Mr. Bubbles channel, I never really envisioned that I was going to be interacting so much with you guys. It's one of the things that I just never really understood, I guess, the whole YouTube thing, how it really all works. And because I've reached out before, before I was doing YouTube, I reached out to YouTubers. So I don't think I've ever shared this on video before. So I've actually reached out to about 20, 25 YouTubers in the last 2-3 years, you know, YouTube channels that I really like. And I reached out to the creator of that channel to ask a question or something like that. Guys, never got a response back from anybody. So I thought that was normal, like that YouTubers don't really interact with people like that. But when I started my channel, I didn't want to be that way. I wanted to make myself accessible to you guys, give you guys, you know, all of the resources that I've and that I've created, that I've used. You guys remember, you know, I tell you this all the time, you know, everything that I give you is lab tested information. Okay, the only part left is this right here, guys. Little porch area. Ooh. Right here. That's really bad. Bring up this porch a little bit here. The roof. Not the roof, the ceiling right here. There you go. Now we'll do it from over here. Just like that. Wow, that looks pretty good. Let's hit come away a little bit. We'll hit the plants from this angle right here a little bit more. About maybe like 1 more minute. Plants. Get a little bit more water on them. Especially right there. That's that plant right there. That water is called Crimson Queen. Crimson, like the color red. Crimson Queen. Japanese maple. Crimson Queen. These right here are Nandinas. These right here, they're very finicky as well. They are on my list. And then, like I said, rose bushes all day. If you leave chemical in rose bushes, you can say goodbye to them. They will die almost immediately. Rose bushes are the #1. #2 on my list is actually azaleas. There's certain azaleas that are very finicky when it comes to the solution, and some aren't. Like Encore azaleas are okay, but other than that, pretty much any azalea, especially if they're in bloom, you've got to make sure you put at least 45 seconds of water. Now remember this, guys, I tell you this all the time, right? The more you know, the more you'll grow, the more money you make, right? It's all relative. There you have it. That looks pretty good. So there you have it, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me for this video. How to downstream a house, easy peasy one, $299. I've been here, let me check my phone, 2:54. I got here at 2:15, so 40 minutes. That's with time recording, doing prep work, 5 rounds with the neighbors. 40 minutes to make $299. So but yeah, thanks for watching, and make sure you tune in to the very next episode, because the very next episode is going to be another shop episode, because man, you guys email me so much. You love those sit down with Mr. Bubbles shop episodes. And then yeah, if you want that business in a box, just let me know. My email is in the description below. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out.